So now we're going to change the layers and look at something else. We're going to start mapping lines, roads instead. So let's start mapping our roads. We're going to have several different types of road here. Which types and how we define them, it's kind of up to you. I'm going to just quickly demonstrate. It's a similar process to what we did with the buildings. We have the roads marked there. We're going to create an object and we mark down here roads. So they're now active, and modify feature, create features there, thank you, would be nice. Click there, and let's just say that we're going to create minor road. We can go back there, and then we can start mapping. Where does our minor road start? Now this is where you have to start making some decisions. We have several tools down here. We have the line tool, we have even some curve tools here. You can try exploring with those, but the basic mapping is going to be, let's say our road starts here somewhere and goes along. We just click along the road up here. And then we need to make sure that we map clean out of our area. And if we want, we can just, for the sake of tidiness, finish off up there. So we can finish. And there we have a road symbol. If we then want to create another feature here that is, instead of a road, a minor road, we can start creating something else. Type, let's say, paved footpath, just as an example. And a paved footpath might be this here. So we go down there. Finish. Done. So that was 2 lines created. So now we need to go to our symbology. We can save that. Save our edits, yes, thank you. And we can clear the selected. And then we go to roads, we go to symbology there. Symbology there. Instead of single symbol, we want unique values. And instead of shape length, we want type. And it should have found 2 types there. So all other values is going to get some grey thing there. Minor road and paved footpath. We can set that up now with some sort of colour here. That's easier to see, something dark and broad perhaps. And then click on apply there. If we go back, we can see that's become like that now. And now we click on the minor road, and perhaps we want to make this slightly more advanced. For that there are lots of settings here that we can work with. We can start by making the center line white, and we can broaden it somewhat, and we can see down here what it's going to look like. If we click on apply, that gets us that line. But let's say we want some borders on this. So we need to start adding some more lines to this. We have, by clicking on this spanner here, we have layers, and here we can see this is our line stroke symbol layer, and it has some settings here. We can add a layer there. We can add a stroke layer, and we can add a symbol layer, add a stroke layer. And these are going to be the borders of our road. If we leave them as they are, you can see they've ended up in the center there. So let's just go for the offset effect there, add effect, layer effect there, offset would be nice. If it would allow us to do that, you kind of imagine that we should be able to get in there, but not. So you go here, and of course, you add them there, and you go over here. Right, okay, so now we go to the offset effect, and now we need to offset them. So we click on 1, 2, 3 perhaps, and that's up there, and then we click on the next there, and then we offset the other direction. And that's given us this line here. We can click on apply there, and then we get a line that looks like that. That's very nice. So some of the confusion from this is just, I mean, you're adding the extra layers here in this pane here, and then you're stuck. You can't do anything. You have to go back here to add stuff here. And there are lots of things. We can add dash effects if we want a dashed line on one side. If we think that one side of the road should be more open, should indicate, say we have a paved road, and we want on one side there's a pavement, and on the other side there isn't footpath pavement, the other side there isn't. Maybe we want to indicate that in some way with using dashed lines on one, so we can add a dash effect on one of these lines like this, and you can see that one side becomes dashed. Now, of course, which side is that? Is that always the correct side? Well, this would depend on the direction in which you drew the line. I don't think we want a dashed line there, but I'm just to show that you can do it. Click on apply, go back there, and that's enough, I think, for that.